very much, and welcome again to our program. And today we want to talk about the inspirational story about renewable energy. Can you introduce yourself?
I'm Engineer Bakar from the Ministry of Energy, and as I said, we are here today to talk about renewable energy issues in Zanzibar.
My name is Mohammed and I'm also an engineer from Ministry of Water and Energy, and it's our pleasure to be here.
Oh, thank you very much. Maybe to start with, can you tell us what we mean when we are talking about renewable energy?
Renewable energy are energy from the sources which are naturally replenish within the human timescale. So basically, in simple language, it's the energy that if we use today, we're going to find it tomorrow. So examples of these types of energy are solar radiation, wind, geothermal, waves, tides, and other sources.
Maybe, Mr. Ali, you are coming from the ministry. Maybe we want to know the position of the revolutionary government of Zanzibar regarding renewable energy.
Thank you for your good question. Actually, the government of Zanzibar has put much emphasis on renewable energy, and in few years back, the government was engaged together with the support from European Union to do the study on renewable energy in both islands, and the result of the study showed that especially the Unguja Island has high potential for solar energy generation and also some wind as well. So having found that, then the government went further forward to renew the current renewable energy, the energy policy of 2009 by engaging it with the issues of solar energy, which initially was not addressed very deeply. So the current policy, which is still in draft stage, it has dedicated the whole chapter on renewable energy, but also it has provided the financing mechanism for the framework for financing mechanism for renewable issues. Also, this mechanism, it includes issues of what we call net metering, where if you install the renewable energy in your premise, then you will have the right to inject the excess power into the main grid, in which case it's like an exchange of power. So you have more power, your power goes to ZECO, and if ZECO has less power, and you have less power, you will use the power of ZECO. In doing that we call the net metering, because what you will pay is that just difference, how much you have gained and how much you have sent to the grid, then you will pay the net, which is obviously less than the conventional power that we are using. So I can say that's how the government is looking to this issue.
Maybe if we want to tell our students, what could be the success story about renewable energy in Zanzibar?
Well, I think we have several examples to mention, and the best one is Karume Institute of Science and Technology, which is located in Pwede. And this institute has got 75 kilowatt installation of solar panels.
Okay.
And the good news is they are generating more power than they are using during the daytime, and they are actually injecting power into the national grid. And as my colleague has said, right now they are not gaining financial benefits from injecting this power into the grid, but as he said, now the government of Zanzibar is actually looking into that. And there are also many other examples. So one good example is the hotel. Like many hotels have got like solar panels here. Example is Verde, which is a recent one. And we previously, like 5 years ago, we identified some health clinics which do not have power, and actually these clinics used used to be used for delivery, and as you can imagine, then during the night time, they did not have power. So what we did was actually as a trial, we actually installed solar panels and batteries into these clinics, and they used to be working just fine. So until they exchanged that with the electricity, and we have more example, like even our own ministry actually are using solar panels for all the lighting for the corridors and the staircases. So there are many examples like that in Zanzibar.
And what could mean for someone, maybe for the students now, who want to opt for these courses regarding renewable energy? Is there any opportunity for them?
Yeah, I would say that we have received so many people who are interested to invest in renewable energy in their hotels in Zanzibar. As you know, Zanzibar, we have a lot of hotels, more than 400 big hotels, and the main challenge is that the current framework is not attractive to put solar panels currently, because in order to use the solar at night, you need to have the batteries. And to date, the main challenge in this technology of renewable energy is when it comes to storage batteries. But if you use only solar power, solar panels during the day where you don't have to use battery, like in the kits in other areas that Engineer Mohammed has mentioned, then the benefit is very much higher. But once you install the battery for storage, then the cost of the batteries, it inflates the price of the renewable energy. So this has become kind of hesitation to some investors in the hotel that they want to invest in renewable energy. So what we can say, because we have this new policy, which is going to unlock this challenge,
Okay.
then we expect a lot of hotels by next year, or maybe at least by mid of next year, when the draft is passed by the government, then they will install a lot of solar power. Yeah.
So maybe what message we can convey for the future of energy for the future?
Well, as my colleague has actually said, and I want to add into that as well, is that there will be a lot of technical gap if you regard our current situation. So there's this gap that actually needs to be filled. And so that's a good opportunity for the student of this university to opt into these courses, for them to actually benefit and prepare themselves to actually get into this emerging industry. And this industry is the industry of the future. And as one entrepreneur has said, we are moving from the age of computers into the age of renewables. If you want to get rich, get into the renewables. So now, what will happen is it is the interest of Zanzibar actually to invest into these types of energy to lower their
expenditure on buying electricity from the mainland, or what we call to improve the energy security. So we believe that renewable energy will be one of the biggest component in the Zanzibar economy, especially if you consider the effects of climate change and carbon footprints. Renewable energy has the lowest carbon footprint compared to, say, fossil fuel. And with all these international conventions on renewable energy, and actually the commitment of the government on renewable energy, then I think there will be a big opportunity for the student and for everybody in Zanzibar.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ali and Mr. Mohammed.
Thank you.
I would like to end our session with your statement, as you said that it is the interest of Zanzibar to invest in the energy of the future. Thank you very much. Thank you.
It starts with you.
It starts with you.
It starts with you.